We're live.
Hype me up.
We're live.
I hype me up.
You can hear me? I do this every week.
I'm
Oh my God.
yeah.
But you get on my lap. It's like I have one nerve left and you leaning on it.
You know, that's consistent. There's
God damn.
at least say a nigga is consistent.
You're
Might
irking.
not be. Nah, I'm punctual too in this bitch. I was in this motherfucker. You was late.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, truth. Man, what's good with y'all, man? I am so fucking happy to be back. I missed all of y'all.
Who did you miss specifically? Other than me?
I
Because
missed everybody.
who's everybody?
Everybody who participates, everybody who comes through.
You did?
I look forward to these opportunities to chop it up and politic with y'all. So yeah, I be for real about that shit though. I do be
Your
missing y'all.
head is crooked.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Actually, it is.
Mm-hmm. There you
No,
go.
it
I like
ain't. So
that.
you do?
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
I like that red
Fucks with it, but I can only wear
against
it.
your brown skin.
Oh, there's a song like that by India.Arie.
Does that make you a red bone? What? Oh, here we go. Look at this shit right here.
It's always one. It's always one. So the one time she shows up, then she want to start talking shit, talking about. So what y'all talking about tonight, nigga? How about you?
How about you come here on a regular basis?
Yeah,
You right here.
you.
How about you come here on a regular basis and show your face on a regular basis? It's
Ooh,
and not go to sleep.
how about that?
How about that?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
You know
Hello?
what? I
Wait,
would.
where my crickets at?
I miss you. Oh God, I forgot about that damn thing. You made me so sick. Okay, listen. I'm Nirvana,
And I am the dynamicist
and
and
we're Unlatched.
Unlatched 2025 version.
And I'm hot.
Yeah, we know. Menopause is a bitch.
I know. I think it is menopause, though.
No,
We,
I know it is. I can see it on your face.
you don't know nothing, and you don't know nothing about no menopause. You old man.
That doesn't mean I don't know. I have.
Yes, it
I,
does.
I, first and foremost, I was raised by majority women. I was socialized with women.
Oh shit.
Oh, I know what the fuck menopause looks like. I know what it looks like, sounds like, and smells like.
Well, maybe you know more than me then.
Mm.
I turned on my little fan. Can you hear it?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's not obnoxious. I could tell you a few things that might be, but that's not one of them.
So did you say hi to everybody? Who's
Yeah,
everybody?
man. Y'all, when I be gone,
Oh God. Go ahead.
let me wax poetic for a minute. When I be gone, I be saying to myself,
Oh God.
self, I miss them niggas. I miss
Hi,
talking.
Angie.
I miss hearing them. What's good, Ange? I miss the conversations. I miss the laughter. Because laughter doeth good like a medicine. And I think that's something that we don't always consider. And it's always a great time to spend time with y'all. So some have said that. However, because I have a 5-year-old, I think, and I'll be paying child support for the next 20 years. I don't think I think I'm going to miss the midlife
This
crisis
nigga
piece.
stupid.
I think I'm going to. Now, if my child was as my daughter's age and she's
Hi,
grown,
Chipo.
get her own shit going on, um, I can only imagine with the amount of money that I'd have free after my shit's taken care of, and I can just trick this shit off. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I might have hit that motherfucker wide open, full
What?
throttle,
You
midlife
hit?
crisis. I might have
Oh,
hit that motherfucker full throttle midlife crisis.
I
But
was gonna say you hit something wide open
yeah, I did.
to have a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
You need to stop hitting shit wide open. That's the topic. Okay, that's not the topic. Okay, he hits too many things wide
You don't
open.
hit too many shit. Don't put that shit out there.
Look,
Niggas
look
already
at
think I
Angie
be
said she
wilding
got
out
a new
as is.
job.
I don't know why I thought that said I got a new baby. Congratulations, Angie. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember. Some of y'all are not gonna remember. But Angie came on one time and we talked about this, and she talked about the challenges she had with the job that she was in. It paid well, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it was fucking with her the whole time. And for her to give us this update today, y'all just don't know. That's hold on. Angie, congratulations.
Wait,
Doing a new thing 2025. We out here in these
wait.
motherfuckers.
First of all, your little concoction. What is that you got over there? What is that called? Soundboard.
It's not
We
loud
can
enough.
hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
It's low. Oh, and this one pays better.
Hold on. Let me fuck around and find the right button for this motherfucker. That better?
Ooh, and no, we can't hear it. And 100% remote, and
Ooh,
it pays
sweet.
better. He has
Yeah.
a soundboard, cheapo. He don't know how to use it. He used it good the last week.
I'm
Last.
still using it good now. So that's
Oh
up.
God. No, you're
Man,
not. We can't hear it.
you can't hear that?
Yeah, we got that. We got that. We got that.
You can't hear this?
It's just going in and out. I think it's your mic.
It's not even coming through
Tell
that. It's
you
coming
every
through the
time.
actual interface.
Oh,
Well, nevertheless, I am so fucking excited about that. Angie, as a matter of fact, if you wanted to come up sometime tonight, and I'd love to talk to you about it. I think there's a passage of text that talks about how we overcome by our testimony, right? And now I'm shortening this up for a reason. I'm just getting to the point. I think there's such a power in that, and there's a power in us sharing our stories. And I had an interesting conversation about that same topic today, as a matter of fact, and the importance, the value of it, and some things, some observations I was making about it. So, if you're willing to,
what?
you, if you're willing to, you're more than welcome to come up, and we can. I would love
Jason,
to ask.
don't ignore me.
I would ask you some questions, and we could just politic about that, because man, there's so many of us are fucking miserable at our jobs. But it takes a lot of courage to try something new, to reach for something different, to turn over a new rock. And I think those types of stories are the ones that we need to normalize, where people just said, "Look, I'm no, I, God didn't brought me this far. There's no way He's going to turn His back on me at this point."
Congratulations, Angie. We know that you love the fact that you don't have to work at that damn law firm.
Come
Is it a
on.
law firm? No, don't tell us what you're doing, but just it's 100% remote. It pays more. You ain't got to go nowhere. That's good. I mean, you could like stop right there, damn near.
Yeah, well, you can move overseas, this motherfucker. NG. Move
Man,
overseas. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some shit I seen in Belize. Some shit I seen in DR, some shit. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm gonna go to Thailand.
Oh,
I'm
billing.
going
Okay.
to Ghana. Shit, man, listen. And there's opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere. Especially if you're looking to establish like a different way of life for yourself and your family for that matter. And I want to leave some shit for the children. So hey, y'all need to shoot this motherfucker the deuces. You got a spot to go to, and I think that's very important. I really do. So congratulations, Ange. Congratulations. Um, this first song tonight is for you. Cuzzo, cue the music. Let's hit y'all.
You get on my nerves. He loves this song, y'all.
My affirmations over real beats. You on your shit. You the one. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air season. Cause I gotta hype me up.
Come on, Angie.
Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Say I'm enough. Even when it's tough, I can fall 1,000,000 times and I'm still getting up. Bullshit is for the bird, bro. Shit is for the duck. Early bird get the worm first. Glad bitch, I'm up. I know I can. I know I can. Do what I wanna do. Do what I wanna do. If you don't believe in me, if you don't believe in me, I don't give a fuck about you. Get your ass to the bed. I know I am. I know I am. No, I'm motherfucking precious. Bitch, I'm motherfucking precious. It just take a little time. Had to come and shut it down. Nothing more, nothing less. Teaching game like a professor. I am healthy, I am wealthy. I'm a motherfucking dime. If it's for me, then it's for me. But I tell them all the time. If you walk about my life, I just take it as a sign. 3 fingers to the sky. Told them read between the lines. Fuck. Ass getting fatter, yeah. Stomach getting flatter, yeah. Don't give a fuck if you can't see it, it don't need me. I don't chase sidetrack, I'm the one to be exact. Face card don't decline, and my body still snap. You know I'm T, and I know that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I'm the one, not the two. You can't shit on me. So many sacrifices, I can never quit on me. On me. Need my daily affirmations, put that shit on me. On who? On me. Need my daily affirmation. I wake up in the morning, say this shit to myself.
Yeah, enough. Did it go off?
That was the end, nigga.
Okay. Man, no, Tia, it do go.
On me.
It do go hard. I be running around saying that shit. I had my son saying, "On who?
On me." Period, Pooh.
Period. I love that. I really do.
I feel like my sound is not as. Did the sound good?
No, actually, it sounded like it was going out, and I thought maybe I had interference because of my mic and shit. But
you guys, did it sound like it was going out? I feel like it's not. I don't know. I'm not gonna be fucking around with this thing on there. Did it? Oh, it sounds good. Okay, good. She said, "On you, on me." Should we listen to it again, Jay?
Yeah, run that shit.
Tell me, I heard it. Okay, bang, let's do it again.
Let that shit bang, cousin.
Oh wait, maybe I should play it on the video.
Ooh, that might even be better.
Who on me? Wait, let me pull it up.
On me.
Yeah, that's the anthem, y'all. This nigga's gonna wear us out with this one.
Oh yeah. I listen to that shit almost every day, just cause. But it was the homie dancing though. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that video up. I'm gonna pull the video up. So you gonna play the song?
Yeah, that's your boy. You sent. He's funny as hell to me.
Oh man, he be killing me with this one. I'm gonna pull him up, but you pull the video up. And we gonna run that shit, and then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna pull about how to introduce to the song.
You want to play his first? You want to play the song first?
Nah, we can play the song first.
Okay, here we go. On who? On me. I never seen the video.
Oh, that shit hilarious. This nigga be killing me with this shit. Hey,
On who? On me. My affirmations of a real bitch. You on your shit. You on your shit. You the one. Ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air seeds. Cause I gotta hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Say I'm enough. Even when it's tough, I can fall 1,000,000 times and I'm still getting up. Bullshit it for the bird, broke shit it for the duck. Early bird get the worm first. Repeat after me, bitch, I'm up. I know I can. I know I can. Do what I wanna do. Do what I wanna do. If you don't believe in me, if you don't believe in me, I don't give a fuck about you. Get your ass to the bag. I know I am. I know I am. No, I'm motherfucking precious. Bitch, I'm motherfucking precious. It just take a little time. Had to come and shut it down. Nothing more, nothing less. Teaching game like a professor. I am healthy, I am wealthy. I'm a motherfucking dime. If it's for me, then it for me. What I tell them all the time. If you walk about my life, I just take it as a sign. 3 fingers to the sky. Told them read between the lines. Fuck you. Ass getting fatter, yeah. Stomach getting flatter, yeah. Don't give a fuck if you can't see it, it don't need me. I don't chase sidetrack, I'm the one to be exact. Face card don't decline, and my body still snap. You know I'm team, and I know that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I'm the one, not the two. You can't shit on me. So many sacrifices, I can never quit on me. On me, need my daily affirmations, put that shit on me. On who? On me. My daily affirmation. I wake up in the morning, say this shit to myself.
Period, Pooh.
See, I'm enough.
Period, Pooh.
I'm enough. I fucks with it. All right, so check this out. So that song in particular, what got my attention was the words, but what was interesting is the context of how I got introduced to it. There's this cat, and he been, according to what I'm read or hearing people say comments about him, he been around for a minute, but he hadn't blown yet. It was this video is what caused him to blow, and he got hella traction. And as a matter of fact, he got a video with Flipper T, who came in on the video with the shit that he be doing.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Flipper T came in there, and you didn't, but here's the intro. I'll run it for you, but this is exactly how his videos go, and that's all he be doing. He be doing this shit outside. He do this shit everywhere, and it's all, and people's reactions in the background is what be killing me, because they just be looking at this nigga like he crazy. But I fuck with it though.
He's eye candy too.
Well, look, I don't know about that, but I fuck with it though. Fuck it because of the message that's in it though. So let me get to the video for y'all.
Yeah, get to it.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. Fuck. All right, here we go.
Hey.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Look at this nigga dance.
Hey.
This nigga is 7 foot fucking tall. And this is what this nigga do out.
Look at the people. This nigga tall as fuck.
Yeah, he like 6'7", some shit like that. And that's what people looking at him like, this nigga. And he don't give 2 fucks.
You on your shit, you the one. Ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up.
Hey,
hype me
hype
up.
me up.
Hype me
Hype
up.
me up.
I hype me up. I got 99.
Hey.
I got 100 reasons. If it
Hey.
rains, snow, I'ma ball air seeds. Cause I gotta hype me up. Hype me
What
up.
be killing me.
Hype me up.
Look at
And then
do
you see
another one.
that shit. Dang, hold on, let me go.
Look at. Oh, this is
Oh,
somebody else.
no.
Short men never get love.
On who?
On me.
My affirmations over
Hey,
real bitch.
hey.
You want your shit? You want your shit? Do the one. Ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up.
he go everywhere
me up.
doing. He just
Hype
be
me
doing
up.
this shit right here.
I got 99
Hey,
problems,
hey.
but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air season. Cause I gotta hype me up.
Hey,
Hype me
hype
up.
me up.
Look at the homie in the background.
I hype me up. Say I'm a nerd.
Well, look,
On who? On me.
there's a video where this white dude starts clutching his wife too.
Real bitch. You on your shit? You on your shit?
Let me see
Do
if
the
I can
one. Ain't nobody fucking with the fuck.
Look at this
Hype
nigga.
me up.
Hey,
Hype me
hype
up.
me up.
Hype me up. I hype me up. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air
me see
season.
if I
Cause
can
I
find
gotta
that one.
hype me
Look at her
up.
in the background.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
Hey,
I hype
hey,
me up. Say I'm a
period. Look at this bitch. Oh my
Let me
God.
see if I can find the one with the white dude.
That damn boot.
Yeah, but he come in with the boot though. He come in with the boot, and then you already know what's finna go down.
He said, hype me up.
Well, I'm not sure if it's on which one is on, but
Oh God.
he's What
But
was
you know
crazy
what?
is
I like the fact that, it'd be little shit like this that just make people laugh and smile. Cause it'd be so much hectic shit going on in the world and a little shit like this.
exactly, and that's actually what people say. And you read the comments of the videos, and people are commenting on, man, I come to this video and you put a smile on my face every day. And it's something as simple as that, right?
Yeah.
But and I've actually heard this guy talk about himself, and he's not just some weirdo ass nigga. Like he actually has some shit to say about kind of, because he's modeled and done some other shit or whatever. But he was like, I can't dance. And I know I can't dance, but the reality is, it's like, I don't need other people to tell
Zuda.
me, to be my own cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
And so on and so forth. And so he kind of gave kind of like a little background into how why he ended up doing it to begin with. He was just like, hey, I'm feeling it. Like I feel a vibe and I run with it.
Yeah.
And stories like that, or you hear people who talk about stuff and they have their own experiences, and these are the things that usually come out, is that you have to kind of have this level of fearlessness. And that fearlessness is related to the fact that I have a lane, and I'm okay in that lane. Like, it doesn't matter what other people say, don't say, how they look at me, what they don't look at me as, or whatever. I'm not trying to reach or get anyone else's approval. And I think that's what attracts people to this thing. Because again, he's not no Chris Brown type nigga who's out here doing real dance moves. That dance move to me looks like Martin's old dance move.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember when Martin in his show, when he would be dancing,
Mm-hmm.
it reminds me of that, which is I think what makes me kind of have like a sense of nostalgia about it.
Mm-hmm.
But and
Feel it.
every young cat used to do that dance.
Hype me up.
That was a dance. That one and a Jerome dance. Back in the day. Those were dances that you pull it out just to be pulling it out. But so anyway, yeah, Joseph Falk. Check him out on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. He's all over the place with it. He might even have a TikTok. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay. So listen, I got this letter. Not for this. I want to read this.
Let's get it.
And then I want you to tell me what you think, Jason.
Let's get it.
Hi Zuda. Zuda, Angie got a new job today, making more money and working 100% at home. So we were congratulating her, and we was playing that song for her. Okay, Zuda. Anyway, look. So listen to this, you guys. Lock them down. Okay, look. Listen to this. This is a woman writing a letter. I don't think I'm gonna tell her age. I don't think I want to. Okay. She said, I was in a long-term relationship with my ex from 10th grade to second year college. The breakup, second year college. I'll just tell you, they're in their early 20s. Okay. The breakup was amicable. One of those we're growing in different directions type of things. It was still painful, but it felt like the right decision. One of the hardest parts was letting go of his family, especially his mom, who I call Tita. We got very close during the relationship, even though we had different personalities. She's outgoing and active. I'm reserved and quiet. We connected deeply over shared values. She became a comfort and stable presence in my life when things at home weren't. Even after the breakup, we still hung out every Saturday like usual, like trying new restaurants, doing activities, etc. My ex knew and never expressed being weirded out by it. But when he started dating someone new last year, that changed. Tita invited me to her 50th birthday party, a big family celebration. I hesitated, but she insisted I come, saying it would be huge and my ex and I probably wouldn't even bump into each other. Well, I did end up bumping into him right as he was introducing his new girlfriend to his mom. It was super awkward. His mom and I were in the middle of a loud conversation and the vibe got tense. His mom greeted the new girlfriend politely, but was noticeably more focused on me the rest of the night. I even tried to leave early to avoid making things weirder, but she kept gently insisting I stay. It's my birthday, she would say. After the party, I'm going to go to the next page. After the party, my ex texted me saying I was disrespectful for coming. That even though he knew I was invited, he assumed I'd have the decency not to show up. He said his girlfriend was upset no one made her feel welcome, and it led to a big fight between them. I felt bad. I didn't know she'd be introduced that night, and I really didn't mean to overshadow anything. I told Tita maybe I should stop attending family events, and we agreed to hang out less to avoid drama. But when his girlfriend found out we still did our weekly hangouts, she threatened to break up with him. He told his mom to stop seeing me altogether, which sparked a fight between them. Some family members said our friendship was weird, others defended it. Eventually, I told Tita we should pause our hangouts until it wasn't weird anymore. She understood, and we only messaged each other on birthdays and holidays after that. Fast forward to a few days ago. I randomly ran into Tita at the mall while I was running a small errand, and so was she. It was like there was never even a pause in our relationship, and we ended up spending the whole day together. We did lunch, a museum, a movie, early dinner. It was lovely, and it felt like reconnecting with an old friend. I even shared that I was seeing someone new, and she was really supportive. Then came the fallout. Tita posted a story of our hangout, and my ex saw it. He messaged me again, calling me weird, disrespectful, and even accused me of still wanting him back. Messaged me, calling me weird, disrespectful, and even accused me of still wanting him back because I won't leave his mom alone. It was honestly really hurtful, especially since he knew why and how I came close to his mom, how it even started. I explained that I'm in a new relationship. I have no interest in him, and Tita is just someone I care about deeply. I've also learned that even after all this time, his girlfriend and his mom never got close. And our hangout story sparked another huge fight between them. So, am I the ass for continuing a friendship with my ex's mom, even after years have passed? I'm in a new relationship, and it was just the two of us spending time together. This person wrote this. She was asking people for advice, and she just wrote this about 6 hours ago. What do you think, Jay?
Man, so there are a lot of moving parts in this story. And age really isn't a barrier on this one. It has everything to do with values, and it's something that we've talked about ad nauseum. But at the same time, and you hear this about when you have a tribe and the importance of a tribe. In this particular case,
Hi, Anti.
I do feel that the son, the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, and the new girlfriend, um, I feel like that's bogus. I feel like that's bogus as well. And I want to even say that potentially that the mother is actually playing games in this too. I do think she may genuinely like her. I don't doubt that part. But I think some of that is a power move. So there's this term that that's called triangulation. And triangulation is when one person in a triangle needs to control all points of the relationships so that they are the ultimate center of attention, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they have to be here. So it's not a matter of the people on this end of the triangle or this end having their own relationship. All relationships are associated with the person that's at the point of that triangle. And what they end up doing is they vie for that attention, and sometimes they will play sides against each other, and they are ultimately the middle person. Well, when she was explaining her part of it, man, and I'm listening to her talk about it, and I don't agree that she should stop hanging out with the mother. I really don't, unless there's some things you're not telling us. But if this is what it is, I don't see what the problem is, and I've had scenarios like that in my own personal experience, and it's been unbelievably a blessing to me for years, and continues to be a blessing to me to this day. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people don't know like how I end up still talking to my ex or around her family. Her family comes out here. They my family though. They come out here and they look me up. And then we link up, and it is what it is. And it's always been like that. And as far as I'm concerned, it will always be like that moving forward. But I made the mistake that he did. I made that fucking mistake.
Which is what?
Trying to appease the new person
Okay.
for the sake of a previous relationship. And that shit is so fucking disgusting. It's one thing if they felt like she was around because she was still trying to get with old boy. If you know that they have a relationship, it is what it is. Now the
Mm-hmm.
mother might be playing games and she might be doing that shit where she's not happy with some shit her son's doing or did or whatever the case may be. So she's still parading the old girl around or whatever because she quote unquote liked her. Woo to woo to woo. It is what it is. And but those cases those are real cases too. That would be inaccurate. That would definitely be fucked up. But outside of that as being a part of the scenario,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't agree. I just really don't. I think sometimes you meet people and you get connected with people, and that shit creates holes in your experience because sometimes you get so connected to people. So it's bigger than just a relationship, right? They become a part of the tapestry of your experience. And ultimately, I believe in God. So I believe that sometimes God puts these people in your pathway. So I just man, I my heart goes out to her, being in a triangulated type of scenario like that. Um, but if you were to ask me straight up, and I've seen it on both ends, I've had that experience. I've played both sides of that. I've been the person who, let me separate from these people because it makes her feel uncomfortable. Now I know that there's nothing
You know
fucking.
what I'm thinking too, though? I'm thinking like, you know, it's what about the fact that kind of like as the new girlfriend coming in. Okay, now I'm gonna put myself in the new girlfriend spot.
Mhm.
So I meet. I meet someone and we're dating and we're together.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom, who he's close with, is really close with his ex. Um how would I feel? My thing is, does the old girlfriend get in the way of me and the mom being able to establish something uh between us? Because I don't want to be friends with the ex. Not that I have to, but like I really want the ex out of the picture. I'm playing devil's advocate. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of awkward for me
But
if
why?
the ex is around. Like um or it's I don't know. I mean, I think it's fair to say that as the new person coming in, like I wish it wouldn't be that way. Like I wish the ex was not around, unless
Mm.
they have a child together or something like that. Then they're going to be around. But if there's no child involved, it's like, why can't everybody just move on? I mean, is that selfish because you establish a friendship? I mean, I could see it that way. I
Yeah.
can see it both ways, I guess. I don't
But
know.
again, it's one thing if you have associates, right?
Mhm.
Um, and associations can change. But when you have a genuine connection with a person, that can sometimes never go away.
Mhm.
As evidenced by, she said, after whatever time period, it was almost as if they picked right up where they left off at.
Mhm.
That to me tells me that
But why did the mom go on the social media and
that's the part
post that
right there.
shit?
And she
Like, why
know
would
her
you
son was
do
gonna
that?
see it. She knew her son was gonna see it. She didn't give a fuck. So I think to some degree, she's playing some games with her son and that whole scenario as well. So again, I'm not questioning does she actually care for the young lady who she connected with. I'll give you a good case in point. My mother-in-law, her and I
Which
developed,
one? Okay.
I was really trying to avoid
So sorry. I'm so I couldn't help it. Go ahead. It don't matter which one. Go ahead.
fucking bullshit. Here we go.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so we developed a really good relationship right over the years,
Right.
and she didn't agree with the separation. So sometimes when we would be talking, when she'd see me, how she would talk to me, or how she'd greet me, or how she'd check in about me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, was
Mhm.
conveying a certain kind of a message, right? That this person is who I would have chosen for this particular scenario, right? Um, and it made the way harder for the new guy. It definitely did do that. But he had something to do with that because of how he was introduced, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and the part that he played in that. So it is what it is. Now, in saying that, I would, me personally, not, I just didn't put myself in too many of those scenarios because I don't get off on that. And it doesn't do anything for me personally. But you can't negate the fact that when you truly do connect with a person, I think that shit is lifetime. I'm just so particular about that when you have real connections.
Mhm.
Like I have some really good friends that are in my circle now, and if a female came into my scenario and she was uncomfortable with people that are in my scenario, we'd have a conversation and I'd like to hear what her discomfort is. But whether or not I would make that decision for her sake, I don't believe I would. Especially because I know that there is no like these people are not biased towards you at all. Now, if they were, there'll be another scenario, right? We would deal with that.
Mhm.
But if that's not the case, and I know that there you would be welcome with open arms and everywhere I'm welcome at, because I'm very particular about that kind of stuff. There would be no reason except for you just wanting like this part of ego and insecurity And I can't live based on another person's insecurities because there's nothing you can do to fix that. So it doesn't matter whether it was that girl, whether it's a friend in his job.
But you said you don't put yourself in those scenarios. So that story that I just read, that letter, that's the girl she could control that by dismissing herself. But just like you said you did.
Mhm.
You didn't put yourself in that situation because you knew that it was making it harder for the other guy. You made that decision, not the mother-in-law.
Mhm.
You did. So she could do the same. She knows that it's making it hard for the new girl. So she could dismiss herself,
Yeah,
not that
I
she
just
has to, but she
well,
could
she
to
could.
just I
She
mean,
could. But
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 she
as
said
females, we don't know how she looks at this person, right? That could be like she could be close like a sister. She could be close like a auntie.
oh, the mother-in-law? I mean
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
boyfriend. Now
yeah.
keep in mind they weren't married, so that's just a boyfriend, but they were friends, she said, from what she say, little
Little.
to sex.
So she probably connected with her mother over the years anyway.
Yeah,
So
because
she
she
probably
didn't have a
she
good relationship.
may have bonded with her.
Mm-hmm.
So her connection wasn't just surface level. It
That's
was a
true.
deeper level connection.
She
It's
said
probably
that. Remember, because
yeah.
she said she had bad relationship with her own mother.
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely, and
So
then there you
that's
go. So she sees her now, for me, it's like, why would I wanna take that from you? Imma tell you what my ex-wife told me one time.
which one?
She said she said, when it came down to all that, she never one time wanted to keep me away from her family. Not one time. Not one time did she treat me like that. Not one time did she say anything sideways or anything. Because she said the one thing that she knows is that the love that her family has for me and the love that I have for her family was real. And she said, even though we may not be together, that doesn't mean that you can't still be a part of their lives and they be a part of your lives, your life as well. And then, I have a child. So then, my child's always around too. So long story short, I really respected that. I value that. And so I would do certain things to not make things harder because I would just take it upon myself. But I've always had the open door access and still do. When I go to town, sometimes I stay with them.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, sometimes I stay with her. So it is what it is. And her husband's there and it's not a problem.
Her
It's
husband's there?
yeah, it's not an issue. It's like it's nothing weird. It's no
Interesting.
any window type shit. It's none of that. It's just
Yeah, I'm not letting my husband's ex stay here.
you probably wouldn't, but
But I don't mind him talking to her on the phone. He still talks to his ex.
I don't see what the fuck for.
They're friends. They talk on the phone. I mean, she lives in another state, but they talk on the phone. They were together 8 years before we met. He left her and got with me.
Hmm. Yeah. So
I mean, I'm not threatened by it, but I mean, I know people who have said that I'm crazy for letting that. No, my stepmom used to say that all the time. Like, oh my god, you don't mind that? No, I don't. But I could see how he said, oh, not married, that might change things. Just because
yeah,
my thing is this. Listen, okay, my thing is, I'm not gonna every girlfriend and boyfriend I'm with, you gonna get close to, and you ain't gonna be able to break it off. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm thinking like if my son, that'd be like Josh. Me getting close to one of his girlfriends, and then they break up. And me and her created a bond, and we real cool, and then they break up. That's it's like I would literally have to, for me, honestly, I would take whatever my son wanted me to do. I would do it. Even if that meant I was close to her, or she felt close to me, we had a relationship. If my son wasn't cool with it and he was like, Mom, really, you need to chill, I would chill. Like what he would want would supersede what I would want. That's me as a mother. Like, I'm not gonna be like, nigga, I have a bond with her. I'm her, she looks at me like a mom. Like, I mean, maybe I could kick it with her on the side or every now and then he wouldn't know or something like that. I don't know. But I just couldn't go against my son. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
He would be my priority from a mother's perspective. That'll be like you getting close to John Ye's baby daddy.
Well,
And then
see,
they break up and John Ye's like, Dad, like, no.
yeah.
What would you
Actually,
do?
what's interesting is that we had a discussion about that same thing when we were on the trip, because somebody else there, they have a daughter who was with somebody and they broke up, but the guy really liked that guy, the boyfriend. He really
Wait,
liked the boyfriend. Yeah, the dad. The
okay.
dad really liked the boyfriend,
Okay.
and they used to hang out periodically, stuff like that. And he was saying how even the mom was just kind of like, yeah, well, you can't hang out with him no more. So, because he's excommunicated from the family. And, he complied, but I could see how that was a hard decision for him. I could see it in his face because we don't connect with everybody. Some people we connect with, and I think there's something to that. There's a reason why that connection is there.
Mm-hmm.
And just because of other people's immaturity, that doesn't negate the fact, nor does it supersede what soul tie happens. And again, soul tie is usually applied when we're talking about people having sex outside of marriage. But a soul tie is even bigger than that, because sometimes you are connected by your soul to individuals, which is, it fucking happens. And that's not a gender based thing. That's not a I love you, want to sleep with you type shit. It's just like, yeah, like something about this relationship really resonates with me. And I gain something from it, and it's reciprocated or reciprocal. So, I think with at this stage of my journey, and I've been on the other end of that and I've seen it, I just don't think it's fair to do it for face value
So
sake.
you would still be friends with him even though John Ye asked you not to.
That's a tough one. That is tough though.
That's a good one, right? From
That's
the
that's
parent
yeah,
perspective.
that's pretty tough. Now,
Yeah.
I will say though, with her boyfriends, I don't lean into them niggas because of that reason.
Okay. So
I
you
just
don't
I,
even really let that
oh
happen.
no, I keep a distance.
Okay.
I keep a distance intentionally because I know I don't want to develop a connection with them that's like where then I can become biased in that respect. I'm going to keep my daddy bias. You fuck over my daughter, you going to have a problem with me.
Right.
Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no confusion. There's
Mm.
none of that.
Right.
There's none of that. No. You fuck her over, I'm
Right.
coming. You
Right.
will see me.
Right.
So I keep that in place. But I'm always respectful, and like he called me one day not too long ago, and they separated, and we talked, and then he had a conversation with her based on what we said, what we talked about, whatever, and that's cool because I mean I'm still a man, you're a man too, so we can communicate. That's
Mhm.
not the issue. Um, so I do put
Yeah.
that
Founder.
I do put that little safeguard in there for my own sake.
Mhm.
That would be really hard to do, and I didn't want to have to go through that. And I actually thought about that because I love hard.
Yeah.
And if I actually like him, it's gonna be hard as hell for me to let the little nigga go.
Yeah.
So but it's my baby. So it's like at the end of the day, I'm loyal to her too. But it's just really hard to do. And so I'm it's like a weird juxtaposition you're in, right? Because on one hand, I have these ideas of loyalty. On the other hand, there's this idea that sometimes we're connected to people for bigger reasons. And so
Mhm.
being able to balance that out. So with that type of space I have now, if God supersedes that,
Mhm.
then it'll be what it'll be at that point. you know. But my daughter, she's not like that though. She wouldn't put me in a position like that unless he like, like hurt her, like
But
did
she wouldn't have to worry about that because if that was the case, you wouldn't be cool with him, no way.
exactly. Because so yeah, no, just like in her current situation, she said, "Dad, we're just not really in love with each other, and it is what it is." And I respected it, and I said, it happens. So,
Mm,
but they co-parent very well, and they do what they do. Matter of fact, they're traveling right now.
together.
Um, mhm, yep, yep. So very unconventional. But shit, she saw her parents have a very unconventional type of scenario, and the shit works. So there is that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, well that's good.
yeah. But man, to the young lady who had that question, woo, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. I do think some conversations need to be had with the mom though about that. Like as far as why, she knows how that feels and kind of get some more insight into what's really going on. What's behind the scenes on
I
that.
mean, I just really, I think that if I was in the young girl's position, if it was causing an issue to the point where he's reaching out to me and, saying I'm being weird and disrespectful and all that. Because for me, like, you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult. Everybody's an adult here. It's like, yes, you and the mom were cool. I get it. But I just feel like I would want my peace. Like I don't need to be from her perspective. I would, if I was giving her advice, I would say, check this out. I know you were close with the mom. I get it. I know you looked at her like a mother figure or whatever the case is. I get it. Okay. But it's causing an issue. It's a problem. The mother is, first of all, it's too much because it's drama on the mama side and it's drama on his side. The mama knows he has an issue. She's posting the shit on social media. That's messy. The son is texting you, telling you you're fucking up shit. He's like, just back off already. You're fucking shit up. Like, you could have total peace by just backing away. Go get a life. Go do something else. Go meet somebody else. Go do, like, to me, it's like, is it worth this drama? Like, how close are
Mm,
you to this lady? Like, come
yeah.
on, like,
Well,
go get some kind of social group or something.
well, she says she sees her as a mother, so there could be
Okay,
that.
well, she's not your mother
But why not?
because she's not.
Why isn't she?
Because the Lord said so.
No, because she didn't birth her. Is that why? Or
I
or or is the
she's
measure
a
of
mother
being
figure.
a mother the person who nurtures you? Which one is it? Is the person who birthed you or nurtures you?
I mean, it's nurture, but at the end of the day,
So
listen.
if that lady nurtured her, then she sees her legitimately as that. So I think I don't think it's as cut and dry to
Okay,
just say,
but you tried. How long did she say it's been? It's been years now. It's been years now, and it's still an issue. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
I mean, come on, like how? I mean, can we just move on past it? I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying,
mhm,
I get that you're close to her. I get it. I get that you look at her like a mother figure. I get it. It would be very nice in a perfect world if he and his mother were mature enough to be able to have a relationship. You know what I'm saying,
that's
with
the
you.
point.
I mean, because she really sounds like she has no ill intent. She has her own man now. She has a new man. He's got a new woman. Move on. She
Well, she
needs to move
did, but
on.
again, what is she not? She's supposed to not go to the mall because for say I might
No,
get into you.
no. She ran into her and they had a little moment.
Yeah, and that
Okay.
was that. But
And
then the
and then
mom
the mom went too
uses that shit.
far. So it's over with. It's
Oh yeah,
over with. Why are
so
you
there's
now?
some unhealthy shit going on over there.
Right. Like,
Clearly,
if you could have seen them, because she cut it off. So you accidentally ran into the mama. You guys had a little
moment.
kumbaya moment. Okay, y'all, you bitches did a lot that day. You had breakfast, you had brunch, you went to the museum, you went to the movie, you even had dinner. Goddamn. Okay, now it would have been cool if the mama could have just left it between y'all. Nobody had to know. But no, the mama's like, look who I saw, and put it on social media and cause more drama. There's
Mm,
your
she
answer.
did.
The
She did.
mama's not mature enough.
She's
The
not.
mama's the
She's
problem.
messy.
The
She's
mama's
playing,
messy.
and that was what I was saying. It's like I don't. I'm not saying she doesn't care, but I do feel like there's something going on with that as
Yeah,
to how she's going about some of these interactions. Even how when they had that birthday, she zeroed in on the older the previous girlfriend, knowing that would piss him off,
right.
knowing that it would fuck with his whole
I think
mental.
you're right. Yeah.
So that's an intentional behavior. And then after all this time, they stop talking. She sees her. She has a great time, legitimately. But then here we go. We go to this motherfucking YouTube shit, and
And
we
then
start.
you tell her, I don't think it's a good idea that I go to your 50th birthday. No, come on. It's okay. It's going to be a whole bunch of people. You're not going to run into him. Why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't you? That's some
Why
bullshit.
wouldn't
Yeah,
she?
you know what? The mom is the problem.
Yeah, I think the mom's the problem.
The
You're right,
mom's the
Suda.
problem.
The mom's the mom. Yeah, the mom's the mom. The
Yeah,
mom's the problem. The mom's the problem. I think we figured this shit out. Let me
she
call her.
definitely is. The mom is the problem.
Right. The mom is the problem. Let me let her know.
The mom is
Hello?
the problem.
The mom is the issue. Fuck her.
She's and that was that's that triangulation thing, right? Is where
Mm-hmm.
one person keeps everybody at this odds, and you are the common denominator. You're the
Mm-hmm.
central focus of it all. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're okay, then everything else is. But the moment you aren't, everything else becomes divisive, right? It becomes a problem, static here, static there.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing shit to piss him off, clearly. Um, yeah, that's really fun. That's really unfortunate
And
though.
the daughter should know what kind of woman she is by now. Like you've been around her long enough. You know what kind of person she is. You just created a bond with her and you guys are cool. But I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but goddamn, like to what degree? Like let it go already. I don't know. It might be easy for me to say because I'm not thirsty for a friendship or a
Okay,
relationship.
no, that's not what she is. That's not thirsty for a friendship. These are bonding is a real serious thing,
Okay.
and when we bond, we bond.
It
We bond.
is serious.
Yeah. So I wouldn't minimize it by
Okay,
calling her
but I
thirsty.
just want her to move on. That's all I want her to do.
She definitely may need to do some work in those areas and might benefit from that.
Yeah,
Um, do some work on these her bonding style, her attachment style.
her
Uh,
attachment style.
yeah, she may need to do some work.
Who the daughter?
The daughter, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
the young lady. She may need to do some work on that, because again, she did connect with this other person, and that's not the problem. But you like as you said, you do have a lot of static around you. Couldn't you just have more peace if you were not a part of that? And then in her world, it may be, but if I don't have that, then now I have this gaping
Really
hole.
was
I've had,
attached to her because she said it was as if no time had passed. They really missed each other
yeah,
when they saw each other. That's why they spent the whole day together.
yeah, man. Those are tough scenarios, though. They're
Yeah.
really tough scenarios.
Mhm.
I've had some I've had some great ones like that. They are
What you mean?
challenging. I have had some scenarios
Oh,
like that were challenging like that, and I failed it. And yeah, I failed it miserably. And but I let another person's insecurity be the reason why.
mm-hmm.
And that was the new person's insecurity. It was that was the reason why I stepped away. And come to find out,
They weren't.
that wasn't the fucking issue. It
Mm,
wasn't nothing. It was the individual themselves. So in that case, I have some regrets about that. But then
mm.
it taught me some valuable lessons, and yeah, I've gotta I got a serious case at this point. Like, nah, we not playing those games.
You
We ain't
wouldn't
got,
do that again.
fuck no. My tribe is my tribe. If you got a problem with my tribe, that's gonna be a problem.
You came into that as you got older, though.
Yeah, that's when. And after that experience, I saw the difference, and I realized, and then I realized too how valuable true friendship actually is. Like the real ones, not that shit
Mm,
not that weird shit, but the real ones where it's not about performance. It's not about what you do, don't do, what you say, what you don't say. It's just about you as the individual that you are, good, bad, or indifferent. And they accept you for who you are and what you bring to their lives.
mm-hmm.
So that kind of stuff, you find that you don't find those type of people often in life. Not that. You don't find that often. So when you do have it, it's important to foster that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that shit can last you for the entirety of your experience. Where girlfriends, boyfriends, sneaky links, jump offs, that shit is for a season. It
Mm-hmm.
can be for a season, and then that season is done. That has nothing to do, even though you sacrificed every fucking thing for an individual, and they'll still up and just dip.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, fuck that.
Zuda, are you married? Or do you have a significant other? I wonder, like, from a hi, Susan. I said hi. I waved. I went like this, Susan. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, Joe. So okay, do you have something you want to talk about? Because I want to know. Do you think you'll get married again one day,
You know what?
or you don't care to?
That's a very good question. But we are up against the hour. We're gonna play a quick song, and then we will be right back. But let's get into that because that was a conversation I had this trip as well. Matter of fact, that
Oh,
actually came up.
okay.
Oh yeah, that came up, and I have some, I have some, I have a definite answer for that.
She said you would know if you were sub to Zuda. Oh, that he's married. Let's go to Zuda's page. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
Tia, I
Eat
think
Tia.
Tia is the messy one.
Well,
I think
I
Tia
am
might be
sub
like
to
the
his
mom.
page. Okay, we gonna play a song. Zuda, I am sub. Don't listen to Tia. I am. You don't post nothing. Oh wait.
Let's go, Truth.
We will be right back shortly.
Why you say let's go true? Oh, that was
I
my
didn't say that shit. That
that
didn't
was
even sound
my
like
phone.
me.
That is you. That was you earlier in the live. That's what you sound like.
Oh, run that back.
Look.
Man, what's good with y'all, man? I am so fucking happy to be back.
Okay, yeah, that's me.
That's
That
you.
part.
Nirvana, you okay? What happened now? Dynamics is. Are you sub to me? Tell us.
Yes, ma'am.
I do. Okay, he has a wife. Okay, come on. Let's play a song now. Can I play what I want?
Of course you can.
Oh,
It's your world.
I know. Okay, let me. Should I go make some popcorn? No, it's gonna take too long. I really don't even need any popcorn. I just want to eat something.
Tia, I am subscribed. You can't really see it, but I am. I am, Tia, just so you know.
Okay, let's listen to this song called Sugar Mama. Do you know what a sugar mama is?
No, but it sounds like something I might need in my life. Let's get it.
Hey!
Right back.
She got a little age on me. Yeah.
Hey!
Hey. Got a little age on me.
Got a little
Still
age.
know how to head.
Hey! Come on, sugar mama.
She got got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just tryna get a groove back, calling me, tryna lay it all on me. Tryna be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way. Age ain't nothing but a number. A young man, but you make me wanna. Got a little extra time on me. All that means you can show me something. Try to show. No time for a young girl. Trying to find me a grown ass woman. Taking care of herself, yeah. When I call, I know she coming. She can cook me anything. Smoke black bones with the collard greens. Said I'm looking for a sugar mama. Take care of business if you know what I mean. She got her own money, never looking for a dollar from me. She tell me, baby, pack and spend the night back. I'm taking your ass with me. She got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just tryna get a groove back, calling me, tryna lay it all on me. Tryna be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way. 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 No matter what they say. You can have your way. You can have your way. You wanna get up on the saddle? You can have your way. I'ma let her go with the ride. You can have your way. You can have your way. Hold on, baby. Hold on, auntie. Hold on. Give me a minute. I gotta catch my breath, baby. You wanna keep on going? Alright then, I'ma let you have your way. She got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just tryna get a groove back, calling me, tryna lay it all on me. Tryna be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way.
We gonna run it back. Talk to me. Come on, sugar mama. Let's go. One more time.
Let's get it.
She got a little age on me. Yeah, yeah. Got a little age on me. Still know how to handle. She got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just tryna get a groove back, calling me, tryna lay it all on me. Tryna be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way. Age ain't nothing but a number. A young man, but you make me wanna. You got a little extra time on me. All that means you can show me something. Try to show. No time for a young girl. Trying to find me a grown ass woman. Taking care of herself, yeah. When I call, I know she coming. She can cook me anything. Smoke black bones with the collar.
Come on, she can cook, baby.
Looking for a sugar mama. Take care of business if you know what I mean. She got her own money, never looking for a dollar from me. She tell me, baby, pack and spend the night back. I'm taking your ass with me. She got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just tryna get a groove back, calling me, tryna lay it all on me. Tryna be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way. 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 No matter what they say. You can have your way. You can have your way. You can have your way. You wanna get up on the saddle? You can have your way. I'ma let her go and ride. You can have your way. You can have your way. Hold on, baby. Hold on, auntie. Hold on. Give me a minute. I gotta catch my breath, baby. You wanna keep on going? Alright then, I'ma let you have your way. She got a little age on me, still know how to handle it. She just trying to get a groove, calling me, trying to lay it all on me. Trying to be my sugar mama, yeah, I can be your sugar babe. Say it ain't nothing you can't have, baby, you can have your way.
How old can she be? Dynamics, talk to me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
range up there.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey. Da 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 da. Come on. Age on me. She got a little age on me. But she can cook and she can still put it down. Talk to me. Now, how old can she be, Dynamics? How old would you go?
I've
How
been
old?
I've been 20 years older than me.
Okay. Woo!
So
That's up
he
there.
was early 60s at the time. Yeah, so
Huh. Interesting.
but I didn't know that. I met her in her 50s. And
Okay.
then, we kicked it for a hell of a long time. And then, but yeah, man, shit, fuck.
You miss her. My God.
No, yeah,
Oh.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, yeah, that's I have met some badass 60-year-olds, like fucking can get it.
Mm-hmm.
I learned some valuable lessons, so I did. I definitely learned some valuable lessons. She taught me some shit.
Okay.
She
In and out of the bedroom or just in the bedroom?
she taught me some shit.
And she was 20 years older.
Years older, and we're not talking about I was 12 and
Right.
she was 32. We ain't saying that. No,
Right.
as what I thought I was a grown man. I learned there's levels to that.
To being grown.
Oh fuck yeah, there's levels to that. There's levels to satisfying a woman, and you learn that the older you get. I think that's when it becomes more pronounced for you, at least. Because, and I'll say this though, women who are older or have reached a certain stage of maturity, they tell you what they want. They tell you exactly what they want. They know how they like it, and they got all that other shit out their system by that time. All the games, it's none of that shit. It's just, listen, if I enjoy your company, I fucking enjoy your company. And you're gonna know I enjoy your company. It's not gonna be a guessing scenario, none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I feel the same way about men. I mean, with the men older, right? Zuda said his wife is 10 years older than him. So
Come on.
I feel like the same with men, like when they're older, I would say well, I think a man in his late 30s and up, like I feel like I would never date anybody. Well, see, I'm older now, but I feel like a man in his, unless he's way mature, but any man in his early 30s down is just not ready. Like I just really feel that way. I do. Men have to be older, like to be done with playing games and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I think I could go. My lowest could probably be 30 something. The lowest I probably would be interested in. I've seen some badass 20-year-olds. Don't get it twisted, but I feel like it's too big of a gap. Now when I'm
interest wise,
huh?
Interest wise, like what you're interested in,
I think
commonalities.
It's possible. It's a big gap. But once you hit your 30s, I think that gap begins to shorten a little bit, right? It's not as broad because when you're in 30s, you have certain life experiences typically that are just appropriate for your age. But yeah, I've talked to or just had some casual conversation. They seem pretty decent. They were in their 30s.
Would you
But
marry a woman in her 60s now? Like if you were to meet somebody and would
the
you
interesting
marry
thing about marriage, though, and that was the conversation piece, is I just really don't know. And I say that because I think the concern is for what's at stake. Now, barring the fact that nowadays prenups and shit like that is more common, which would probably have to be a part of my scenario if I were to do it here.
her?
In the
Interesting.
States, it's just not advantageous for men to be married.
Okay.
It's just not. And we can sugarcoat the shit. We could paint whatever picture you want to paint. But at the very end of the day, it is not advantageous for men. And that's doesn't matter what age you are. It's just not.
It's
And I
not in
was
your favor.
It's not. It's really not. And I remember I was talking to some young guy one time, and and I don't dissuade people from doing it. But if you ask me what my real thoughts are, I will share what those are. I just don't give unsolicited advice. But yeah, it's just not. And the reason being is it's like it's too many things that are skewed to where you have to do far more proving of whatever a case is. Dave Chappelle said it the best one time in one of his little stand-ups. He said, outside of religious, and moral objections or moral standpoints, he said marriage is a bad business deal or that you should not sign. And then he laid out why though. And one of the things he said you can get to a point where all you're trying to do now is build a case against the other person. And you're keeping these records of wrongs and shit like that. That being barring that or that being said, if you will, I just don't know because I think in the country that we live in, it just isn't. And do I want to risk the future of my children, grandchildren? I have grandchildren to think about now. I have a son, I have a daughter. There's no telling if I have more children. Who knows what the fuck happens? But the reality is that a woman, for whatever reason, can be extremely spiteful and stack the deck against you, and you don't know shit. Because I'll say this, and I tell females this all the time. I don't even try to act like I know what the fuck y'all up to. I really don't. Yeah, giving that shit up. I'm so done with trying to figure that out.
Right.
I'm over that part. I just accept that if you don't want me to know, I will never know. If you don't want me to find out, I'm never going to find out because
Uh-huh.
women can go to you niggas is smart. I don't know if it's what is the word, but smart, cunning,
Right.
intelligent. It's something.
Right.
It's one of these fucking words, and you run circles around niggas on a regular basis,
Mm.
and we don't be knowing no different. And this is the reason why they say niggas get caught because we don't know how to cover our tracks and all kinds of shit like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Listen. Yeah, there.
Mhm.
No, mm-mm.
Mm.
And I know too many women that do and have told me what they've done, and I don't never ever look at it negatively because I fuck with them across
Mhm.
the board. But I do realize I'm at a disadvantage. I'm at an intellectual, a social,
Right.
fucking you name it, and I'm at a disadvantage when
You
it comes
name
to
it.
dealing with
Right.
when you're dealing with the opposite sex. So, um, no,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I would in this country. I'm not saying I wouldn't love someone and be willing to love someone for a lifetime. Oh, I'm definitely willing to do that, and to do all the things that come along with it. But
Hmm.
signing paperwork, I don't know about that. I really don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard one because if you find somebody who wants to be married, even if it's for the moral reason, the religious reason, whatever, right? And
Mhm.
it's important to her and you love her, would you be willing to lose her over the fact that you don't want to marry her? Or would you just say, okay, I'll marry you, but we have to sign a prenup?
I would have to have that in place to do it, period. If that were the case, yeah, that would have to be in place.
A prenup.
And I'm not saying because I have a whole lot to lose, but what I work for, like in my situations that I've had, I've given everything I fucking had.
Right.
And when you and now granted, I can say this though. Well, have I been blessed as a result of that? I don't know if it's because of that, but what I can say is, yeah, I've seen leaps and bounds over the years, right? And I've lost a lot, but I've also gained a lot. So I've been made whole from from those scenarios. Could that be the case that hey, if she ever did do some shit like that to you again, then shit, I took care of you one time, I'll take care of you again. That could very well be the case. But I do have a pause when it comes to the thought process of it because and again, I'm not afraid of commitment. I'm not afraid of being fidelity. I'm not
Mhm.
afraid of collaborative effort. I'm not afraid of cohabitating. I'm not afraid of any of those things. I know what I don't do. I know that I don't make the way hard. I know that I don't lord shit over people. I know that I don't minimize people's contributions and what they bring to the table, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but the whole notion that good guys finish last, I'm just not okay with that notion. And I'm not okay with being um, the person who doesn't have their guard up so you can take a shot. Because I don't like if I'm with you, I don't feel like there's a point to be with somebody if I have to be guarded. What the fuck is the point?
Mhm.
Why am I with you? Why are we together if I'm constantly guarded? If I can't trust you with my vulnerability, why are we fucking walking together? So,
But
um,
then you turn around and say sign a prenup.
well, again, that's what I'm saying. That's the prop. That's where we've gotten to because again, in the system that we live in now, it just doesn't favor men. It doesn't favor men. Now, granted, could that be and
Thank you
that
for coming,
probably has a
Zuda.
lot to do with things that happened in the past, like women, like dudes leaving families and shit like that. Like, I love this one. This was so hilarious. Well, we laugh about it, but that shit would happen where you remember Sunshine in
Who in a
come on,
movie?
come
In
on.
what?
Zuda. You know who Sunshine is. You know I know you know who Sunshine is.
Who
Um,
is it? Is it in a movie?
Sunshine was a lady in Harlem Nights.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that lady?
No.
Hold on,
Was it the heavy set?
No, no, hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta see this. So wait. Hold on, y'all gotta see this. Cause
Yeah, find us a clip. Okay, that's the light skinned lady.
Okay. So this is, I'm going to take y'all back. Wait. Here we go. I literally see these people on the screen and I'm start chuckling.
I haven't seen that movie. When did that come out? That was so Harlem Nights. That was 89. Wow, that was that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 89? I was a freshman in high school. It's crazy. Or something like that.
No, this ain't it. Hold on.
I'm on a snack. I know. That was a long time ago, right? 89. That's crazy. I can't believe that was a classic Harlem Night.
Okay. I found it. I got a clip. Give me a second. All right. Y'all check this out real quick.
Well, I don't want to meet her.
I do.
Richie, I think I'm falling in love with you.
Not him crying.
Yeah, give me Hollycourt, 55377. Hello, it's Daddy. Hey, darling, put Mommy on the phone. Yeah, Barbara, it's Richie. Yeah, look it, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
Not take it easy. I'll never come home again. Right.
So the homie meets her, and what Red Fox was saying is they said if you throw her vajay in the sky, right, it turns into sunshine, whatever case is. That's how she got the name Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
So they put her on him because they're trying to get access to some other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, long story short, she turns him out, and this was the result of that interaction where
He left his whole family.
that nigga said, "Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'll never be home again." Now, we do know that scenarios like that did happen. Could that be why the laws are what they are today? I am not disagreeing with that, and that could be the case. All I'm saying is that the way that things are set now,
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't favor us. There's too many examples of Israel Adesanya. He's a UFC fighter recently who had a girlfriend for some years. They separated. I don't even think they were married. He took this nigga to court because she wanted some of his money. Now, again, he's a UFC fighter. He's in the octagon getting his ass whooped on a regular basis.
Right.
She wanted half of what he owned. The courts then awarded him half of her shit because he ultimately didn't have anything in his possession under his name. And we're seeing a lot more athletes are wising up to this, which is what people were saying with Travis Hunter. Don't get caught up in no situation to where you lose your resources and your assets for the sake of a whim. The fact that they don't want to just do this anymore. But it doesn't just happen to men, it happens to women too. Was it not Shepherd, not Sherry Shepherd? What is her name? She was a comedian, and I think her husband cheated on her. I want to say he cheated on her or something like that, and then he got spousal support. Like, well, who the fuck does that? Here you can. a person can cheat on you, leave you in essence.
And get spousal.
You can still they can still be awarded spousal support. They cannot. They can just wake up one day and say, "I don't love you no more. I don't want to do this." Irrespective of any sacrifices, irrespective of all the things you put into it, they can do that. And if they so decide, they could petition the court to then be awarded whatever that you may have
Is it
earned.
true that whoever makes the most don't have to make a certain amount of money, or what?
That's what we've seen, because in the case with the comedian lady, she made more. She made the money. So now, but he has a lifestyle based on her money.
Mm-hmm.
So then the courts awarded him money based on that. I don't agree with that shit. I just don't. Male, female, it doesn't matter to me. I think things can be equitable and fair, but at the end of the day, when you get the courts involved, it's going to be based on someone else's perspective.
Yeah.
I just personally don't feel comfortable in a scenario like that.
Can you sign a prenup if you're already married?
Ooh, I don't know, because
Like
I think
if my husband wanted a prenup, could he get one?
no, a prenup is prenuptial. Nuptial is your vows.
Right. Okay.
So based on the name itself, it would suggest that you cannot do that once that's already done. Like that's it.
Once you're married, I guess you could. If you guys agree, maybe it wouldn't be called a prenup, but anybody could sign a contract at any time, right? No, I wonder.
Yeah, you could, but would they? You're already on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So if he comes to you now asking for you to sign some document, well, there's a couple flags that's gonna go up. Number one, why in the fuck are you asking me this? And I'm gonna tell you, I'll say it like this.
Right.
At that point, it's your new mission is shit. I wish you would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck all your shit up.
Right.
I'm gonna take everything you got. And
I'm signing shit, nigga.
Yeah. Yep. And at that point, you already got a whole list of shit.
So even if me and my husband if we're married, Lord have mercy. So we're married, no children. He makes more than me.
Mm-hmm.
I divorced him because of whatever. He didn't do shit to me. I want to move on. I'm trading him in for a newer model. I'm moving on. I could petition the court for half of his or for alimony. Period.
Potentially based on your state's laws, etc. That can factor, but by and large, yes, you can. Hence the reason why a lot of celebrities are avoiding getting married in California. The laws in California do not.
So it depends on the state.
Your state can make a huge difference in stuff like that. So you're seeing people, they want to get stuff tried in California, or sometimes they try to get a case moved to a certain district because the laws are different in that district.
Yeah.
We see that happen all the time in the legal system. So,
but since we were married in California, and we live in another state now, but if we were to get a divorce, I wonder would it not that I'm not planning on getting a divorce, you guys. I know what you're saying. I'm like, I wonder if the laws would be based on where you were married or where you currently live.
No, I'm not too sure. I think, well, because I know a comedian that got married in California.
Said you don't talk to her anymore.
Come on, Cheapo.
You better be nice.
Cheapo. What's happening? What's good, Jay? No, so no, I don't think that's the case. I think I've seen comedians actually Gary Owens. Gary Owens was talking about, he was talking about that when he got divorced, and they were trying to move the case to California because I want to say that's where they got married at. But he was like, no, but we lived here. I might have moved, but we lived here when we were together and in another state or whatever. So anyway,
Yeah.
I never followed up on that stuff, but you
Right.
know, it's just really it's just not equitable. And so I just don't know. I don't know if I'd ever do that and put myself in that type of position.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
to worry about the possibility. And then to worry about like you got a gun to your head the whole time because it's like, oh, you know, could this happen? Could that happen? Blue, blue, woo, 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 woo. I don't know about that. But being in a honest, open, caring relationship, absolutely.
Yeah. Not everybody wants to get married. I mean,
Yeah, I just don't know. Um, but
seems like women want to more than men. I don't know how true that is, but it seems like that's a woman thing, kind of.
yeah, I think there's a lot of socialization that happens with that because women typically, and again, I'm not basing this on my own thoughts, it's stuff I've heard. It's these things that are kind of reinforced, right? And it's like you got to check this shit off your list because like so many women I know that are feeling some kind of way about childbirth and not having a child by a certain time period, you know, and then you get those clock that, you know, the biological clock is ticking, woo, 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 woo. I think society puts way too much pressure on women. I think society puts too much pressure on women for beauty standards. I think they put too much pressure on women for shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the expectation for you to swallow bullshit instead of calling it out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and the list can just go on. And I think society is at fault for that.
Yeah.
Majorly at fault for that. Where women can't even where in this culture, it's like that's why people have to women go into this piece about called my soft girl era. You
Yeah.
know, since when were
Hi.
women
Hi,
not soft,
PJ.
right? Like since when was that not okay for a woman to be soft? Like I don't want a hard leg next to me. I like that soft leg, right? That
Oh,
feels
that's a
good.
good point.
So it's like
You like your to be okay.
her
I like that.
femininity is valuable to me.
Right.
It's unbelievably valuable to me. I don't need her. I don't need a masculinity in that respect. Now that's because I'm cisgender. Now, if I wasn't, then maybe it would be a different scenario. So, but for my type of scenario, that shit is valuable to
The
me.
femininity.
Femininity is hugely valuable, but is that celebrated in this culture? No, it's not. And so the expectation is for women to put on this completely different approach. Like you have to basically be dudes out here. And I'm not saying that in relation to dress or anything like that. What I'm talking about is the type of shit the expectation is.
Right.
A friend of mine was telling me that her job, she got pregnant and her job started giving her shit because she's pregnant. She's a fucking woman. When don't they get pregnant?
Right.
If you hire a woman, don't you realize at some point she may get pregnant? So
Mm-hmm.
why would you penalize her for getting pregnant? For
Which is
becoming
against
pregnant?
the law, but
Right, but they do it though.
yeah.
They still do that shit.
Yeah.
They they still do it, and it's just undercover. They'll, you know, it's just like this retaliatory type shit that we see happening. But a lot of times women don't say anything. They just kind of move on with it, deal with it, woo to woo to woo. But again, your femininity is almost under assault, and I find that problematic. So I think
And then
the
women become hardcore or just masculine. They have not even so much like you said, not so much the way you look, but the way women have to move
have to move.
because they have to move a certain way, and so and then to say I don't want you to have masculine ways, but it's like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't, right?
Mhm.
Or just
It's
I
just like
wonder.
it's like the negative stigma of what's called a housewife.
Hmm.
Like there's a real negative stigma around that.
About a woman being a housewife.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're considered to be potentially like you don't do anything type shit. It's like, why couldn't you do X, Y, and Z? And then it's reinforced through your friendship networks, all kinds of weird shit. And I just find it problematic. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you, Jay.
Really appreciate that. Really,
Mhm.
we try.
But shut your eyes.
No,
But
we do.
I don't. It comes easy. So look, no, but you know what? And it's funny because I don't listen. I would love to be a stay-at-home
Would
wife.
you?
Oh my God, call it what you want. Call it what you want. Call me what you want. But if I could stay home, listen. Even I don't know. You know what?
You
It
can.
might be coming back. It might be coming back because even my son, he's 27. He would love to have a stay-at-home wife, and he's in his 20s. He
Yeah.
wants to make enough where his wife can stay at home.
Yeah.
And my husband would retire me today if he could, and I could still live the same life. I didn't need no extra money.
Well, see, I think that's the question. That's the question that you have to answer, because I supported a family on 30,000, no less than 30,000 a year. I supported a whole family, a wife and a daughter and a household, right? Did we go on vacations all the time? No. Did we have to be mindful how we spent money? Absolutely. Did we go to extra lengths to like unplug shit around the house to keep the utilities low? Yeah, we did it, because you leave stuff plugged up, it continues to eat the electricity, right?
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, like
Even if it's turned off.
yeah, even if it's off.
Oh wow.
Toasters, all that shit, right?
What?
It's still plugs, right? It draws.
Okay. I didn't know.
Light bulbs still draws. So there was a time where we were mindful about that, because again, we didn't have a lot of money. So we were trying to let's maximize in the ways that we can. So we got very creative on things that we did to try to help to make things work.
Right.
And in that particular scenario, she never gave me any shit about that.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh, you need to get a better job, you need to do this, do that. No, I was working a decent job, and at the time I was making decent money for whatever could do. But the thing was, it's like, you have to adjust your lifestyle.
Yeah.
The question becomes, are you willing to make those types of adjustments if necessary? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the shit that the extra frivolous, wasteful shit that we do, like we ate more, we ate at home more instead of eating out. You know what I mean? I'd make coffee at home in the morning instead of stopping at Starbucks every day on my way to work type shit.
Right.
Adds up.
Yeah.
Like Starbucks coffee is like $10 now.
Right. Yeah.
So it just adds up. And so you have to ask yourself that question, like, would I be willing to make the adjustment to have the kind of quality of life that I want? Or is the quality of life that I want associated with a certain amount of income? I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's a real question, because again, I think it's doable. I think it's doable if we scale accordingly.
It's definitely doable. But you got, and I feel like even too, it's like my husband's about to get a second job, right? Now you know how much he works.
And he works hella hours
All the time. And I told him today, because he was like, he said he was a little nervous. And I'm like, I was trying to pinpoint what that meant. What did he mean by that? And it's like he's taking on another job. It's going to be an on-call situation. It's really in his favor. But I told him, I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like I just can't stress enough that he does not have to do that. But for him, his worth is tied into what he does for me or what he does for the house. He's tied his self-worth into that. And as much as I appreciate that, and he's like, I want your money to be able, you be able to do what you want with your money, and I do this, blah, blah, right? And as much as I appreciate that, I really do, right? We know I do. But it's like, I don't want you to kill yourself for something material, you know.
And he
But
will.
there are women that would want you to. They don't give a fuck. I mean, I get it. I know. But he's saying, I know the difference, and I know you're not that, and this
Yeah.
is what I want to do. You know, so I don't know. It's you
When
know,
a man loves you, like he'll go hard for you. Like he'll go balls to wall. And if you let him, he'll bite off way more than he can chew.
yeah.
And the only problem I would say with that though, and I've dealt with this with men who retire, more so than women. The
Mm-hmm.
numbers are starting to increase for women too, but women are a little bit more socially connected. So I think they're more insulated against this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but men, on the other hand, men, depression rates go through the fucking roof when men retire. And often, what's at the baseline of it is that statement you just made. He ties his self-worth into what he does, not who he is. So we're taught in this culture, and these messages are reinforced that you are only good as your paycheck says that you are.
Mm.
You are only good as the amount of income that's in your bank account. That's what your worth is. My self-worth is associated with my net worth. If
Mm.
my net worth is low, then my self-worth clearly is low.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem with that is that type of mentality leads us into overwork. It leads us into overcompensation. It leads us into um, um, these types of scenarios where we're damaging our health in
Mm-hmm.
relationships. So I was talking to a friend of mine who told me that her friend this was a female though, and she said she's 35 and just had an unbelievable catastrophic type of stroke.
Yeah.
Well, she went from this grind that she was on and just no break, no stop, going, and then her body gave out. Well, now she's living at home with her parents because her parents have to feed her now, right, and take care of her. The thing is that stress kills, right? And we know this now, and we're
Mm-hmm.
aware of this. But this idea, this notion of grind is really for poor people. That's not what's happening in the real world outside of that. Outside of this shit, these messages are shit that we are accepting as what gives us value because we're lower class individuals in this country. The reality is the wealthy don't work like that. They never have. They
Mm-hmm.
don't do all that shit. As a matter of fact, I was listening to something recently where they were talking about because some tweets and shit and manipulating the market where some of them became $1 billion richer in the matter of fucking seconds. But they'll say they work hard, but that's not working hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's manipulative, right? That's
Right.
you exploiting a system, et cetera, and exploiting people.
Mm-hmm.
So the labor force in this country, terribly exploited. And I'm not saying it's any different anywhere else. Labor force is probably the case across the globe. But the reality is that let's call a spade a spade. That's not a real philosophy. That's something that the wealthy pass down to say that this is how you poor people, this is how you this is how you establish your value. So I cause you to buy into this system and I cause you to do all these things to go be above and beyond and really ultimately damage yourself in the long run because like Big Daddy would always say to me more so, like a couple years ago than now, but he used to always say, he said, it's not about the quantity of the life you live. He said, it's the quality. quality trumps quantity any day of the week. He said, because you could have a long life, but you have poor quality life. He said, what good is that? I'd rather have a good quality life and have my experience be what it is. And, that stuck, that resonated with me. So getting back to the point, I've seen that and I've seen how that plays out. And it's heartbreaking because
And I know with my husband, he said he doesn't want, and my grandmother said the same thing recently. His thing is, I don't want to retire. He doesn't. He wants to work till he dies because he says that when people stop working, they just seem to go downhill.
yes,
My
because
grandmother said the same thing. Like, it's good to is because I was saying how much he's working and all that, and she's like, well, it keeps him out of trouble. This not she's in her 80s, different generation, but he said the same thing, when we were talking about this second job, and he's like, it's gonna keep me out of trouble. And you know what I mean by that, right? He's like, I'm gonna stay busy and it's gonna, help me with A, B, and C, right?
Okay.
And I'll be more productive that way. Because when he's not working, it's other shit. So it's like, on the inside, I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay busy. Because it's better for everybody if you stay busy, because you're not doing right when you're not busy. But one thing I will say is that the job is low. His jobs, they're not like real stressful, so that's good. I just think every scenario is different, but we did agree when we had the conversation earlier. He's like, I promise you that if it is too much, I will say something, and I will stop, whatever. But, this is a man, when I met, he had 2 full-time jobs when we met. Remember, I've told you that, so he's his workhorse. He's always been that way. His dad was that way. So I don't know if that could be genetic, where I'm the opposite. My work ethic is right. And his is like through the roof. So we're like opposites in that way, by ourselves, have nothing to do with each other. Just I've always been that way and he's always been this way. And then we came together, right? But I don't know. I hear you though. It's unfortunate that men, but it's the reality, when men don't provide, they get looked down upon, like if they're not providing in a certain way,
Yep.
Or if a woman's working more than the man or making more than the man, then all of a sudden he's not doing his part, when you don't know what the communication is between those two. Every relationship is different. You're not in their relationship. You don't know what they've agreed upon. I feel like at the end of the day, a relationship is whatever you and I agree upon. Forget gender roles. It's whatever, as long as the job is getting done and nobody's being taken advantage of and you agree upon it. I mean, what difference does it make who does what, right? Who does the dishes? Who, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Ours is very traditional, our home, but it doesn't have to be. I don't know.
That is true. And I think re-examining like those gender roles and stuff like that is important, because I think we have to like develop a shared language. So what is the language that we understand? It's not a matter of, you do this because you're a woman. I do this because I'm a man. We get shit done. Or you do it according to if that's comfortable, then you do it the other way. Either way, I think it all depends on how you guys see it and what it is that you want to do. And that's why I just don't agree with third parties being involved in it in any way.
Yeah. Friends, parents,
Friends,
children,
parents, the court, none of that shit.
the court, right? Right.
No,
Right. He's like, no, the court.
yeah,
Right.
like it's just not cool. So,
Yeah.
but you know, we're all trying to strive out here. We're trying to make it the best way that we can. Loving yourself is the key to all of this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's always my message at the end of the day. Is coming back to that. Is really spending that time to love me and being okay with the me that I see. And if I'm not okay, then I do the work
Mm-hmm.
to become okay. But that's where I want to put my focus on.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, it's been real. Okay. What? I'm uncomfortable with goodbyes. Okay.
You uncomfortable?
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable with it.
You tell me about motherfucking time.
Well, yeah, I hang up. I don't hang up in your face, but I tell you goodbye. Jay, he's going out, guys. Why do I always have to put it on you? I can't never just. It can't. You always got to end up being a bad guy some kind of way, huh?
Yeah.
I'm noticing that. Why am I doing that? You're not a bad guy.
I don't know.
You're not a bad guy. You're a good guy. Huh? What? You are. You're a good guy. Why? What happened? You are what? You are. What is wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. He is a good guy, you guys. He's a good guy.
I done learned. I didn't learn. Dealing with you long enough. I learned.
You are a good guy.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. You're a gentleman. You're a good guy. You're a provider. You're a good father. You know, I would suspect that you're a good husband. I'm sure you are. But you never want to be a husband again.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I heard what I wanted to hear, per usual. Apparently. All right. You going out?
I said this country.
Oh, this country. Oh, you did say this country. There I go. If you want to marry him, you're going to have to go to Thailand.
Or somewhere. somewhere outside of this bullshit. I'm gonna fuck around and be living overseas at some point. Y'all gonna be fucking with me.
Guess what I'm about to do?
Get you a snack.
You damn right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting potato chips for the last 30 minutes.
You was eating them when we started the show. So what happened to them?
Was it potato chips? No, I was eating candy. I was eating Jolly Ranchers.
That's what was in that big ass bag you had?
Yeah. Fuck you, nigga. Yep, this is it right here.
Oh, that was the bag. It was. You had it turned around the other way, and you was crumpling that bitch.
I was like this, like they were chips. It's still full of Jolly Ranchers. I didn't eat them all at once, okay? But I'm gonna go eat some potato chips now. Okay. I don't even want popcorn.
You want some chips?
You want some chips, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You been drinking water?
Mm-hmm. Have a good time when you go out tonight. What? Just have a good time. You still going out? He's going out, God.
Yeah, I sure am. I'm gonna play some games.
Oh, you are?
I told you we did that skating shit last night till like 2 a.m.
I know. It was still open, the skating rink? What time is it?
Skating ring. It's like a setup.
Oh. It's like, what?
You know, it's like at a little casino. They have like a little pad.
Oh, really?
Come out, you can buy drinks and shit like that and skate.
Oh,
it was a vibe though. It was a vibe. They had a DJ out there the whole 9 yards.
On a Thursday, huh? Yeah. I guess that's what happens in a major city.
Man, for real. Yeah. There's so many things that be happening, especially summertime. Summertime, Vegas is constantly doing something. It's like pockets everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so but tonight we're gonna go play some games. Go ahead, Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
Cool out for me.
Well, have fun and thank you everybody for coming and
Thank you guys so much for
participating.
coming. Yes. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Susan, Tia, Cool, VJ, beautiful lady J, Cheapo. I know Truth is in, and she did
Suda.
she again. She came in the beginning, and then she disappears.
Yep.
After 5 minutes, she's
Yep.
gone. She
Yep.
didn't comment on not one motherfucking thing the whole show. Come
Nope.
on, topic. Get your ass. You
Truth.
know,
I mean, truth. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm texting her. I'm text her.
Yeah,
I feel like getting cussed out tonight.
Well, that's the way to do it. Do it before you go out. So you don't have to deal with it tomorrow. Get it out the way. She might be asleep and you might get cussed out when she wake up. All right. I love you, Jay.
Love you too, Cuzzo.
All right, y'all. We love y'all and we will see you, I guess, next week. What?
Yeah,
We
we'll be
just
here
stay
next
next week? Okay.
Yeah, we'll be here.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right, good night, y'all.